Tonight, taking a step.
The Alberta government is one step closer to allowing the clinical trials of the liberation procedure to happen in the province. I'm Jack Haskins, and I'll tell you how MS patients can help the process move forward.
Plus, product recall. People with dairy allergies should avoid a certain product from one Midwest retailer. And big shoes. Nicole Turmel takes over as interim leader of the federal NDP party.
In sports, big names, big night. The Lloydminster Bobcats have announced their special guest for their famous Evening of Champions.
This is UCAP News with Jacob Zaire.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Carla, that's a big event every year and a couple of big names coming in for
Oh my gosh, as if you thought that they couldn't top last year's guests, the Bobcats certainly outdone themselves once again.
We look forward to finding out exactly who those people are. Shauna, and what are we looking forward to in the weather forecast?
Well, it's going to be bringing there's going to be bringing some cooler weather, but the weekend is going to look good as we get past this system. But let's talk about what's happening right now in Lloydminster and across the region. We're sitting at 20 degrees, and how does that compare in the Lakeland and Battlefords? As I said, there is a system that's going to be moving into our region, but I'll have full weather details coming up on that a little later on.
The Alberta government is asking MS patients from across the province to fill out an online survey. The information gathered will be part of a new study that might lead to clinical trials of the liberation procedure to be conducted in Alberta. Jack Haskins brings us the story.
We have to get a new garage for all our fleet here.
Marilyn Mark knows all about what the liberation procedure has to offer. She traveled to California 9 months ago to get her treatment, and $9,000 later, she was reborn.
I got up and I thought, well, I better see what I can do. And I walked across the room like I'd never had MS.
Unfortunately, many patients will relapse shortly after their procedure, but after almost a year after her treatment, Marilyn is still doing quite well.
I still feel really good. My walking isn't quite as good as it was because I went on a cruise and I didn't walk enough. But that's something I wouldn't have been able to tackle before.
The Alberta government is asking people who are living with MS to take part in their online survey.
Managing 11 to 12,000 possible entrants through straight paper flow would not be feasible. Also, we wanted to make it as quickly available as possible.
It hopes the information gathered will help someday in leading to clinical trials if it's deemed safe.
What we're doing as a province and what we're doing as a country is amassing the information necessary so that we can proceed with clinical trials that use real people.
Marilyn says she will be taking part in this study. The freedom she gained is something she wants others to have the opportunity to experience.
You can't take that away. You can't describe it, what an improvement it's been in my life.
Jack Haskins, UCAP News.
The Canadian Food Inspection Agency is warning people with milk allergies not to consume a certain M&M Meat Shop's product. 2 sorbets have been recalled for containing milk, which is not declared on the label. The affected products were sold in 700 milliliter containers, including Limbo Lemon and Mango Fandango sorbets.
We want to notify the public right away. Now we'll work is we'll go back with the plant and identify the source, whether it was cross-contamination, a mix-up with an ingredient, some other issue. And at that point, then we'll have a better understanding of why the reason.
These products were distributed across Canada, and so far there's been one reported allergic reaction associated with them.
We know the individual had an allergic reaction, and they were treated properly, and they've recovered. So for us, that's the most important aspect of it.
And they are stressing that consumption of those products may cause serious or life-threatening reactions for people with a milk allergy.